Well, 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 well. Good evening, lads and lasses. I am really not on a good streak this week with starting on time, am I? 5 minutes late consistently. Goodness. I've been a bit involved in making my cocktails, that's why. They always distract me. Take a bit longer to think and make them than I always originally think. But yes, we're back again. How are we all feeling? Feeling good? Feeling bad? Feeling the creeping dread of existential crisis coming on? Because I certainly am not. I've been through an Americano and a few drinks. You good? That's wonderful. What wonderfully bizarre drinks have we all brought today? I forgot to get the thing for that. I'll get it later. Oh, and hey! Oh, I forgot you normally do that. That's true, that's true, that's true. These streams on Sunday are always a slow start. But we'll see who turns up as we go. I need to actually turn the game on first, probably. Drinking sake. Ooh, very different. Very fancy. Can you even get any good sake in Australia? And eating garlic bread. Oh, I might have to grab a snack partway through this stream. I had a very big lunch, and quite a late lunch. And so I'm not that hungry, but I know I will be hungry partway through the stream. So we will have to see. You might have to deal with me going nom, 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 with my mouth open like some sort of animal. But yes, I found the good stuff. Oh, did you? How very rare. What should I be talking about? Yes, I should probably mention mine. I'll probably talk about it again, because I'm very impressed with myself. I've been testing floats and layers in drinks. The tequila sunrise is a layered drink. That I haven't showed you that. Did I have the tequila sunrise on stream? Did I? Did I? I've forgotten. I've had so many drinks on stream. But the point is, I've been trying drinks with layering, and the tequila sunrise is and the vodka sunrise by extension, are very easy to layer. Grenadine's very heavy and will always fall to the bottom, which is what gives its layer. You can also dash the vodka on top or the tequila on top, and it's always going to float. The orange juice sits in the middle. Fun. But this time I wanted to try something a bit wilder. So I went with a float, a red wine float. I don't drink red wine. But luckily I had a goon bag that I use for cooking, and it doesn't taste too bad with that. And so I've made a sour, and then floated a red wine on top, and then had the layer from the sour, because of the egg, float on top of that. So I've got a 3-layered drink, which gives it this very nice look. And this is called a New York sour. Don't know, didn't research about why it was called that, but it is a New York sour. And I'm very impressed with myself. I also had an Americano before this, so I'm probably a bit more jovial than previously. I realize I've been drinking a lot. I swear I'm not descending into alcoholism. I also made an espresso martini today. I have a coffee machine that doesn't get much use in my house. Finally I found a reason to use it, to make an espresso shot. So I can make an espresso martini. I didn't take a picture of it though. I'll have to show you. But yes, looks good, doesn't it? That New York sour. I would point at it, but I don't have my hands active right now. Wait a second. There's my hands. Yes, look at it. Look at the beauty of my New York sour. I think I might make a New York sour with no egg next time to see if I can make a clearer drink. Because the egg does make the drink look a bit different. Also, I didn't use bourbon. The whiskey I used was a much lighter color, which makes it doesn't look as good as it could. If it had that nice kind of golden brown color that some of the bourbons and rye whiskeys have, it might look a bit better. But that's for next time. Let me jump over to the game screen so we can start up the game. But yes, I was very impressed with myself. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? One hand decided to die. Let's see if this game captures immediately. But yes, I don't think I showed you the tequila sunrise. Did I show the screen? Oh, dear God. It was very loud for me, sorry. I was frightened. Very impressive. Now let me jump over to the screen. Because I was silly and forgot to do this. There we are. Again, that time it didn't go Windows. But yes, are we all ready for some more bizarre and wonderful Yakuza fun? I certainly am. I now have to think of something else to do for next week. Well, I'll be playing more Yakuza next week, but the point is, I feel I have to think of something new to do, at least for Wednesday. Maybe I'll do another cocktail stream, considering I think I've improved my cocktail game this time. Nice. Was nice. I was about to mention I couldn't hear the sound. Don't worry, I figured it out. I'm on it. I haven't drunk that much. But yes, let us begin. Where were we? I've been playing another game recently, and I've forgotten where we were. Oh, so when I haven't been playing other games, I've been busy with my family this week. What is this? What is this exclamation mark? Because we had that dramatic conversation, and they're asking us to kill someone, right? That's right. That's right, we had the conversation at this little ramen bar. Hello, man. And this man was staring at his daughters. Daughter? Son and wife. That's right. The man named Akatani. Very dramatic. He's died because he was a Yakuza, and he died to hide. But now he can't go back to his family. If everyone doesn't remember, I remember now. Yusuke. No. Such a nice guy, this Majima fellow. Very creamy. The red wine doesn't interfere as much as I thought it would. I put too much red wine in. I wanted it to have a more... It didn't look as dramatic as I wanted it to. I know in the picture that I looked at of the New York Sour, it had a very thin red wine layer. I wanted a bigger one. Especially with the white. It didn't really show up because a lot of it sat in the bubbles. And so it didn't really seem that obvious. So I did a bit of manipulation and put a bit more wine in. Even though I don't like wine at all. But it's fine in this. I hope people ask about it when they come through. Hello, Yusuke. I assure you, this is the 80s, so nobody is nearly as suspicious of people, grown men approaching children on the street. At least, I think. I'm not too sure. What now? You want some candy? Goodness, now where's the white van, Majima? Oh yes. Smart man asking. Oh. This is awfully sad, isn't it? Clever guy. But strange that a child is out this late in a park that appears to be populated by entirely homeless people. There you go, old man named Akatani. You've managed to play with your son. Well, I wonder if that's the end of that.
Huh?
And the plot thickens, it seems. I knew it wasn't going to end with such a happy moment. I'm forgetting all the controls. There we are. Karaoke bar. Oh. The moment I exit the park and I come back in. It's a bit strange that they let this happen and they don't make you wait for a time. Oh. One of those. I'm going to pick up Nao Mizuki. What are all these? Are these people all some sort of gravure idols or something? Idols or something?
Huh?
Kind, this lady. Oh, the wife of Akatani. Kindly looking mother. But how did you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Have you seen Yusuke today? Why does that sound more suspicious? I'll keep one eye out for him. It's all I've got. So don't ask for any more. I'd have to start, becoming like one of those evil spirits searching the street for my missing eyeball to help you if that was the case. And that wouldn't end well for anyone. Yes, I have a feeling it has something to do with those suspicious-looking fellows last time. Don't you? Oop. Oh! Oop. There's the suspicious exclamation mark. Let's fight, you bloody bastards. Let's have a fight. Let's go, mates. Come on, you bikey bastards. I think I prefer the bikey stylings of the Australian biker gangs. These bikers, as much as I love their jumpsuits of various amazingly bright colors and bright wording, I do just like the leather, you know? There's something about it. Oh, driftwood. Very nice. Hello, little one. Yusuke, what are you doing? Some scary people came when I was playing in the park. Scary people. Maybe that suspicious man in the pinstripe purple suit. Anyone wearing a purple pinstripe suit is certainly suspicious to me. Dear oh dear. That face change certainly didn't work.
Yeah.
They're on to you, mate. There he is, old pinstripe. It'll be nice to cave their faces in, don't you think? There's always a chink in their armor. Is that so? Perhaps I should take them take some hits they could ill afford, even on a public health system. In America, I could just make them stub their toe and it would be a hit they could ill afford, but this is Japan and they had a better public health system. At least I think. I'm not too sure what the public health system was in the 80s, but considering they were throwing money around so much, I'm thinking it was quite good. Deliciously three-tiered. And it keeps itself separated, which is the very nicest part of this drink. Talking about the drink, by the way, not the people. Though I will keep them separated from their body parts soon. Do apologise, I had to close the window. Great 2-for-1 deal. Get it from Coles now. Hey, come down to Coles for the weekend 2-for-1 deal. By the act of ritual suicide, you too can get 2 lives saved. And a watermelon. Get some Bowen mangoes in the wives of your family. Saved with one simple step. Ritual death. That was dark. And... should have been more concentrating on your other enemies. You got numbers, but you take a hostage anyway. You're too chicken to get blood on your own hands. I was about to say you've got more chicken blood in you than human, but... to each their own violent insults. Oh yes, it's time to meet the business end of a bat, eh? Start with that pinstripe bastard. His suit offends me. Ow, bastard, one of them's got a gun. Okay, he's down. That's right. You can't stab me, I have the power of God on my side. Oh, didn't mean to kill him. Crunch. Isn't violence such a great way to solve one's problems? Just be glad you weren't eating the curb, mate. Yes. Such is the power of a man not wearing a pinstriped purple suit. I like the colour purple, I just, for some reason, have taken personal offence to the pinstripe tonight. Like in the houndstooth on the fellow behind him, though. It's a very similar suit to the one I have. A bit thin-fitting for the era. Can't imagine they'd be this fitted back then. Especially that fellow in the... No, it's not houndstooth, it's actually check. Thought it was houndstooth, but it's check. I suppose it would be much more difficult to texture houndstooth. Oh, classic, if you do. I will hunt you, and I will find you, and I will end you. Wow, that sounds very familiar. Where is that from? And I'm thinking Scottish accent. Perhaps, Mal... I was trying to say Liam Neeson's name backwards. I couldn't end that joke. P.M. Nelson? Is that what his guy's name is? He's not Liam Neeson. It's P.M. Nelson. Yes. I can't tell, because they're not talking. They've got all the voice acting of a particularly deadened typewriter, but... Sure, menace. Useful, my new line of work, is it now? Anyone else be able to bring out the menace in their voice? I don't know if I can. I don't get angry very often. So I don't think it's the menace in my voice that upsets people, it's the fact I'm angry in the first place. You know, that scarcity makes more impact. Get angry left often, and people are less scared of you when you're more scared of you when you're angry.
Ah, aye. Yeah.
Oh, isn't this adorable? And depressing. Sakura Storm. Oh, it's a sword. Wonderful. How very sad. Nice catch, by the way. That could have ended far more poorly if it hit him in the back of the head. It would be very funny if it did, though. Although after a couple of drinks, my voice gets lower. Or maybe it's the tiring day I've had. I had a long day. What the hell is that face about, Magic? My goodness. Don't look so sour. I keep forgetting I have weapons. I should pull the cannon out next fight. I saw some Yankees around here. Let's go beat them up. Whether I mean the word for crazy person in Japanese or the word for American in every other culture. I'll let you know. What the bloody hell? Rightio then. Guess we're going into the toilet. I fear what comes ahead. Nope. Well, yes. Why not? Write a reply. I've always been tempted to see what would happen if I did that in these things. Ain't right for a person to be lonely, eh? I can only imagine where this is going. Now we walk out. Go all the way out here. Run back in. And see what happens. Oh, it's time to use this cannon. Let's interfere in the side of the woman. Why is there always women in this place? With Kiryu, it was only ever little men. I swear I'm not touching my forehead, giving to my forehead. I'm actually drinking. You can hear me slurping. I'm not just putting my hand through my head to scratch my brain and deep thought. Yep. Evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Good. That's wonderful. Me personally, I had a blast. A French wallet. Very, very chic. I guess this one is a bit later. Let's go beat up these fellows. Hello, how are we doing? Hello. One hit KO. Does happen when you're walking around with what can be charitably described as a naval cannon. It's quite a powerful weapon. Ah, the music killing from this club is quite nice. ratio there. Suppose we should head home for the time. Oh, hello. Oh, it's Shogi. Not now. I don't think I have the time for Shogi quite right now. Maybe one day. What is this? Oh, this is La Marche. I see. And this is the pawn shop. I wonder if I could sell that French wallet. Maybe. Let's head back to the apartment. Or maybe we should do a spot of gambling. Why not give it a go? A spot of gambling to pass the time. Hey? Spot of illegal gambling, huh? Ooh, very nice. Let's play some blackjack, eh? Oh wow, this lady is clearly winning her game of blackjack. Wow, these chips are something, aren't they? Well, let's go with 1,000 chips. Let's play a spot of blackjack, everyone. How's everyone's experience with the gambling arts? I haven't been a very long time since I played actual gambling blackjack, though. 4. I have a queen, which is what? Oh, I've forgotten this. Total 16. Oh, thank you, they tell me. Hit me! Bastard. Yes, we'll go for the... Let's just go with the 100 this time. 5. Queen. Wow. I really like queens, don't I? 15. And this is the worst place to be in blackjack. I'm not having good luck with the bloody blackjack. It keeps giving me 15 or 16, which is an awful place to be, frankly. Oh, a 10. Definitely hit me. Oh, well, there's no point standing here. Rude. The house always wins in games like this, unfortunately. The house always bloody wins. It's never a good time to hit when you're at 15 or 16. 10 and I've got 17. Bloody stand. Oh, that is some utter tripe. Wow, I am doing terribly this game. 15 again. Leave me alone, for God's sake. Stop giving me 15. I should give up on the bets sometimes. All in. The hell of it. I'm only wasting $1,000. It's pretty high stakes gambling, really. Now, why not? 27. Wow, I really overshot that one. Remind me not to gamble. I'm not much of a gambler, you see. I was always quite good at it when I was younger, but I never really betted that much. A loss of nothing. A loss of everything. Oh, that's bloody well. Give that. I'm not gonna bloody deal with This is Texas Hold'em. Oh, the poker table. Ah, it's got all the different types. Omaha, Texas Hold'em, Pineapple, Texas. Good God. Not quite that into Texas Hold'em, mate. Though it is a fun game. Same with hearts, actually. I have some relatives who love playing hearts, but I hate playing hearts with them. They're awful to play hearts with. You want to tear your hair out. There's no fun when playing hearts with them, there's only suffering. Annoyance and pain. And also they're breathing down your neck about every single tiny strategy. They treat strategies of playing hearts like the bloody rules. Like, this is the strategy you have. You must do this strategy. Whereas I'm just like, just let me play hearts. Right. Oh, let's continue this storyline. Hey! We've done a lot today. Very long day. It's very good. Ending Makoto Makimura. Telephone clubs for yours and Makimura's rings. Time to go make some calls. Ooh. Hello, I played this earlier. I'm here also. Ah, hello, Robert. It's good that you're here. It's wonderful. Ah, what poison did you bring to this? What poison did you bring to this particular stream? Sorry, I stumbled over my words. I've had a bit too much poison. Like done and happy gaming. Thank you. Very kind that you liked it. Asking telephone girls, yep, okay. It's time to hit up the clubs. Whatever the... I don't think telephone clubs were as popular in Australia as they appear to be in this game, but... Oh, yes. Like my 3-colored drink? Very pretty, isn't it? Evening. Oh, calm down. Practice I'm gonna eat you alive or something. I may, but not yet. That wouldn't be fun. Run! Oh yes, I haven't invested myself in a while. I haven't invested in myself in a while. Is there anything I'm gonna invest in? That could be useful. Extra nunchuck bat. Interesting. Excuse me. It's a bit annoying. Well, no. Oh, where's the telephone club? Is the telephone club? Oh, this one. Teru. Boya. Yeah. There you go. Booyah. Adusho. Teru, eh? Give him 2 hours, eh? He's a busy man. Color J's girls. Hope we get lucky and find one. You're really trying your luck here. Of all the people, you think you're gonna find one of them? Really? Alright, yeah. What are you up to? Just lying around. Ooh, lying around. How are you doing that on the phone? Baby went down for his nap. Figured I'd call in. Housewife of the kid. That's off the mark. Wow. Imagine getting just hung up on. How rude. 90 minutes later. If every conversation went that fast, good God, he's gone through a number, hasn't he? Moshi moshi. Moshi moshi. I like that. I very much like that. Good evening, Tiberian. How you doing?
あっこ
Akko.
あっこちゃんか。何よ、元気なさそうやん。
How are we feeling tonight, Tiberian? We feeling good? Bring some fun, poison?
めっちゃダセいんやな
Or the drink of champions as always?
久々に学校行ったけど速攻で受けてもうた
Wow. Got a pair of... I was gonna say something and I forgot what I was going to say.
何や自分、ひょっとして。
I'm exhausted, we'll probably pass out in a few minutes. Pass out away, mate! Just say that my drink looks nice before you go. Look at it. 3-layered and everything. It looks very pretty, doesn't it? I'm very proud of this one. Look at today's drink. 3-tiered. Very fabulous.
そうやけど
Managed to do a pretty successful float. Well, just at a telephone. Very fancy, thank you. It's called the New York Sour. We're just playing Majima right now. What is it? The New York Sour. I mean, it's sort of thing. Yeah, it is the New York Sour. It's whiskey sour, mostly. I decided to go for the 3-layer style, which means I put egg in it. Then I floated red wine on top. I had a bit of goon that I used to cook with. So I used to float that on top. It's a particular technique. You have to get your bar spoon out and pour it over the back of his bar spoon to try and keep it from mixing. And it worked quite well. It's similar to how... Well, it's not similar at all. It actually uses the technique. Before, I've only floated with things like grenadine, which is very heavy and floats to the bottom. But this time, I floated on top, and it was very fun. It did make me late for the stream, though, because I was concentrating on so hard on how to get the bloody thing to float. I was surprised I succeeded. Also had an espresso martini I made today. Finally used the coffee machine in my house that never gets any use, because I drink tea.
あこちゃん、テレクラにはよく電話しとんの？
せやなうち退屈なんが嫌やから遊んでくれはる人を探してんねん
It's very creamy. It's got a much... It's like a... The whiskey sour is quite nice, but with the red wine it adds this kind of sweetness to it. Perhaps it was meant to be a dry red wine to add something else, but this red wine with the egg gives a quite smooth sweetness to it. Very light. Enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
ドキな
Doki
doki, yeah?
どないして決めとるんや。
まあ
Mm,
お腹空いてる時とか
a woman after my own heart.
飯をおごってくれたら相手は誰でもええんや。
別に誰でもええってわけやないあそうや五郎さん入れ墨してはったりせえへん
Almost makes me wish I drank. Ah, don't worry, mate.
うちそういうのちょっと
I drink for the prettiness of the cocktail. If I could have the thing that was exactly the same, and tasted exactly the same, but without the alcohol that made me drunk, I would take it in a
ほんま
heartbeat.
にしとるんやったら
It's just a shame that it's very hard to emulate the flavors that come from alcoholic drinks. Perhaps one day. But I don't think it'll be in my
勉強
lifetime.
してんねんせやけど入れ墨なんてめったに見られへんやんせやからもし入れ墨しとる人がおったら実際に会うて生で見せてもらったりすんねん
Ah, tattoo artist, eh?
え
俺のせいには般若が入っとる。
そうなん
But yes, don't worry. You can look at all these pretty drinks as much as you want. But yes, it's very fun. It's a new hobby, really. I've drunk a lot in my life, but I haven't gotten drunk that much in my life. But I haven't really gotten to cocktails until more recently. As you know, you've probably watched me get more into cocktails. It's something new to do with my time, I suppose. And it's nice finally being able to not feel guilty about ordering from the cocktail menu at random restaurants. Granted, it makes my wallet feel guilty. But back to the story. Interested in tattoos?
ところであっこちゃん、俺からもちょっと聞きたいんやが。
何
牧村誠って 知っとるか？
That's a bit direct.
ごめん、切るわ。
He's fairly direct, ain't he? Certainly would have been my way of getting around it. I would have probably gotten onto the date first, and then maybe you could get the information out of her. Oh, well. I guess I'm the man who's 3 drinks down, and he's not. I had Americano before the scream. A half-sized Americano. Didn't do a full-sized Americano. I only had, 30 minutes to drink it, so.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
何？
いやな、俺実はフリーのライターやっててな、牧村はんのこと興味あんねや。
Of course you are. Classic. A freelance writer with a Hanya tattoo, eh?
それで牧村はんを知ってる人から話聞きたいな思っててな。あこちゃん、牧村はんのことせやったら超大手話聞かせてもらえへんやろうか。ああ、もちろんお礼はするで。
Suddenly changed into a very casual speaking style. Clever.
絶対あっこちゃんにも牧村はんにも迷惑かけへん。どうやろか。
Almost terrifyingly clever. And yes, I know that Tiberian hasn't had experience with it, but has anyone else had much experience with cocktails? Any bartenders in the chat? I have a brother-in-law and a nephew-in-law who both have been very experienced bartenders. I think I talked about the brother-in-law last stream, actually. But I don't know many bartenders, actually. Surprising, actually. I've known people who've been in bars, but not really bartenders in the way that, actual career bartenders. The type that really know their stuff.
ほんまに？
ほんまや、ほんま。
わかった。せやったら今から岩尾橋に。
岩尾橋やな。
五郎さんはどんな格好してんの？
Probably should change into something nicer.
グラサンに黒のジャケット、髪や長髪を後ろで結んどる。目立つからすぐわかると思うで。
わかった。
Ah, he's gonna put the shades on. The incognito shades, eh?
ほな、今から岩尾橋で待っとるで。絶対来てや。
You're really good at acting excited, aren't you, Majima?
そしたら後で。
Goodness. The shades are on, mate. I have a pair of shades like, oh dear God, he's returned. I was wondering when the bastard would turn up. Wow! What a name, mate. How did you get that? Would your parents really hate you? Walking erection. Now that sounds like a modern cocktail. It's like sex on the beach. There's gotta be a cocktail named Walking Erection. Walking Erection, eh? What would that be made out of? A hard spirit? Get it? Hard spirit. Perhaps some milk? Or some dairy-based product? Speaking of, I had a White Russian yesterday. It's quite nice. Walking Erection, manager of the ground. It's your Google history. Imagine being the person looking through someone's computer and seeing that. Hello, Ego Sick. Good to see you. How are you doing? So you there, surrounded by pretty girls, and you still got a cabaret on your off time? You're really a real poon hound. That's the voice I'm going for, by the way. You'll have to suffer with it. Look, that was strictly business. Hey, no need to hide it. And now you're running from the telephone club first thing in the morning. You're a real hard up, ain't you? I wish I could make my eyebrows go up and down, because you have no idea how much my eyebrows are going up, down, and if, I suppose, in as suggestive a way as I can think of. Man, I almost envy the boldness of this man. He's impressive in a way. You go to all these establishments. 3 rounds a day isn't good enough for me. I wind up going from spot to spot most days. From a magic spot to a porn hunt, who knows where. And shit, you don't say anything of you? How much have you got in you, mate? Has a reputation to uphold. Oh, he's called Mr. Libido. Sorry. He's not walking erection. He's Mr. Libido. Sorry. Trade tips. Mate, I'm just gonna say it outright. That is a real poor choice of words. You definitely could have figured out a better way to phrase that particular thing. Eh? Yes, praying you mean info indeed. Unless it's for a nice New York sour, I'm not either. Oh dear God. Someone would have videos, I'd be there watching for sure. The soft core, they scream there. Oh, thank God. With a man like named like Walking Erection and Mr. Libido, I was worried it was going to be hardcore. Oh, this is bringing out that terribly drunk side of me, isn't it? Every time? You know, the people who put out videos very rarely pass you on the street. Indeed you are. You also must have a worryingly good memory for that sort of thing. Good God. Imagine having that sort of memory. Being able to remember every pretty girl you walked past. Pretty sure it's the booze that does that. It probably is. As they say, booze removes inhibitions. I was going to think of a clever phrase, but I've forgotten them. I don't think there is any clever... There are probably clever phrases, none that I remember that much. Indeed, indeed. Off he goes into the dark. Now we're done with that. Anyway, moving on. Hey, wait a second. Before we go there, it's time to start scrolling some more graffiti on the side of a toilet door. Up. Who's getting beaten up? Hello. This is a very nice street to be beating someone up on. It's very not good. Very not good. Great English, Eric. Spectacular English. No, I'm a knight in shining shades. I'm so bright my reflection blinds me, so I have to wear sunglasses. Nighty night. Well, that was a blast, wasn't it? Ah! Rainbow textile. Ooh, fabulous. I've got to look up a different weapon now. I've run out of ammo for that. Sakura Storm. Let's go with the slime gun. Actually, no. Let's go for the spicy knife. No, not the gun. Spicy knife. A little bit of a spicy knife. Eh? Spicy as could be. Give me a moment. Yeah. Yeah, let's go have a look. Mr. Libido was literally recording voice lines with only his underwear. You mean in only his underwear, or was he somehow recording voice lines with microphone-designed underwear? Did he have his lapel stuck in his underwear? Does he speak from the nethers? And also, hello, Parogama. How you doing? Good to see you now. Unless you're not a new name and I've forgotten. Feeling good. Feeling even better now Mr. Libido has made his appearance. Oh. I guess you can't ignore the potential now. Doing good, wonderful. Bring any fun drinks to this stream? Or did you bring the champion's drink? Water. Something I ask everyone. First time catching the stream. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad you were on the lookout for it. Always great to have new names around. I can spread my love for fancy cocktails even further. Fancy cocktails and strange books. Can't ignore the networking of photographic toilets. What a reply. I wear a suit at work. I'm a sex-crazed perv. We all know what Mr. Libido would write. My physique's the real deal. Now, what would a woman writing... I'm not... I'm under no illusions that this is actually a woman, by the way. This is sort of like 80s catfishing. Some calligrapher has particularly womanly handwriting and everyone assumes that it is a woman. My physique's the real deal. There we go. Let's go with physique's the real deal. Not too sure if that would work, but if they're scrolling on public toilets and they are a man or a woman, I'm imagining they're more interested in certain things. Cheers to the wine. I might have finally found some bearable way to drink red wine. And a New York sour. I should see some more red wine cocktails. I'm sure there's a few. You see, I just don't like red wine that much. I never really got the taste for it. Oh. Now we've made our... Oh dear. Mr. Shakedown, eh? Let's use this spicy knife. Oh dear. I was under the impression that this was a knife that had spices on it. Not that it was a knife that was spicy in the sort of abject horror way that they set on fire at the end of it. Come on, mate. Get up. Good God. That was a fair bit more terrifying than I was expecting. Oh yes, I should warn you, the stream is probably not going to be that long tonight. I just can't see myself screaming for that long. Speaking of, it's been an hour, I think. Or close to an hour. We'll wait a bit long, and then I'll post on Twitter again. Then we'll go for another hour. I think it'll end me 2 hours tonight. I've not got that much energy. I spent a lot of time with family today. Had a wonderful... Actually, it wasn't that wonderful. I ordered a cocktail at a cafe. A cocktail at a cafe? Place? Restaurant? Restaurant, that's the word I was looking for. Today. It was a grape vodka-based martini. Called the Bordeaux Martini. I was visiting my family in the city recently. Had to drive a fair distance to get to that cafe. But that's how it is. But yes, I didn't like it that much. It made me think, don't think I'm going to buy grape vodka. Love this very Osaka without Osaka branding sort of place, isn't it? I think you should have worn a worse suit, mate. You look a bit suspicious in a suit like that. Ooh, fabulous. Looking fab. Love that jacket with the fur. Oh, you've gone all out, mate. Ooh, ladies, haven't you?
芸能人やってことバレた？しもた。やっぱり来ない変装しても分かる子には分かってしまうか。自分のハンサム顔が憎いわ。
The best defense. Being an idiot. Loving it, mate.
ええてサインやったらなんぼでも。
She's probably very confused now.
うちの考えすぎか。こないアホな人が例の人なわけちゃうもんね。なんでもない。優しそうな人で安心したわ。
If only you knew I had just shanked about 3 people with a poisoned knife about 2 seconds ago. But you don't need to know that. I'm the nice sort. Look at me. Well, I've got grey hair. He's not. He should do with a bit of grey hairs. He'd look handsome.
ほな早速やけど、そこらで茶でも飲みながら話聞かせても
Ooh,
ら
a
うか。
cup of tea. Certainly a way to put people off guard. Have a bit of the Earl Grey. Bit of English breakfast.
お茶？うち
Russian
減
caravan.
ってんねんけど。
White rose. That's a very delicate tea. Certainly put somebody's guard down.
そしたら飯にしようか。何食いたいんや。
うちお寿司食べたい。
Or sushi tabutai. I've always wondered why they say that. They say ocha as well. Or sushi and ocha. I wonder if they do that with all that. Do they say otakayaki? I'm not too sure. Not what you'd call the master of the Japanese language. But I noticed they do that with some foods, but not all of them.
寿司か。
A question indeed. Anyone know the answer? I know the or is some sort of... It's like ogenki desu ka?
そらそうやん。
It's a reverend, the sort of thing? I'm not too sure. I'll have to do a bit more research. But if anyone knows the answer...
社会人ならそれくらい持っとるやろ。
当たり前やないか。学生が見たこともないような豪勢な飯食わせたるわい。
ほんまに？
Mate, you're rolling in cash. That magical DLC plate you got from this shrine clown is gonna keep you going for a while.
よっしゃ。ほな寿司屋に行こうか。
Oh, there's a bar over there. Sokyo.
ほな行こうか。
I assume we're going to Sokyo with all the whiskey in the window.
まだ間に合うで。五郎さん、お寿司好き？
ああ。
うちめっちゃ好きやねん。ウニとイクラは絶対食べんねん。
Deaf. Is that their way of doing kid talk, eh?
痛いわ。
And don't get in my way, little lady.
ちょっと。
I'm the pain tray. And I have no brakes.
痛いわ。そんな急がんといて。
I will always be in a rush.
よ。
Let's walk casually. Back the hell off, mate.
まだ行かへんの？
Alright, you were saying I was moving too fast, and now you're suddenly saying that. Why do they look like priests? That I'm moving too slowly, you bastard. No consistency, Les. Come on. Let's have some bluefin tuna or something. The nice stuff, eh?
何握りでしょ
ほな1万くらいでお任せするわ。あと今日の
Wow, 10 G's, eh? Oh.
あ、ウニとイクラは絶対入れてな。
う。いいよ。
五郎さん、飲まへんの？
一応仕事中やからな。今はやるとこ。それよりアッコちゃんの話聞かせてくれや。
This journalist angle
にしたら随分慣れとる。
probably worked very well back
こ
then.
の店よう来るんか？
まあね。
Anyone done any interviews with journalists? I can only think of one time I've ever interfered with journalists. Interfered, I say.
そんなにノルマ厳しいんか？
ノルマ？そんなんあるはずないやん。いつでも好きな時にやれるのが
Oh.
バイトのええとこやの。
It's like
い
Uber.
やバイトって
The Uber style
つ
for
まり誰かから依頼されてやっとるわけやろ。
call girls.
その元締めが例の牧村はんやろ。聞いた話やと女子大生にテレクラで男捕まえさせてその稼ぎをかっさらっとるらしいやないか。
は？誠さんはそんな人とちゃうし。
It's like the Uber of
男の人にご飯とか
prostitution.
やし。
I'm surprised that frankly doesn't exist yet. With this age of convenience and modernization.
売りとかしてへんの？
当たり前やん。
当たり前や。
五郎さん、ほんまは取材なんて嘘で、初めからいやらしいことが見えて。せやったら悪いけど、なんぼおごってもろてもホテルとかついていかんで。
That's very rude, frankly.
そういうつもりとちゃうねん。ただ俺はそういう噂を耳にしたもんやったから。
ほんまに？まあ、それが賢明やね。うちになんかあったら無事で済まへん。
A world of hurt, eh?
あ
She's got defenses or enforcers, does she? Interesting. Oh, this food is making me angry. Angry. It's making me hungry. It's making me a certain European country. That's what it is. It's making me hungry. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Elijah. I rarely get to hear that sound, so cheers to you, mate. Thank you for subscribing. I'm glad it still works. I don't always get to do that because some people don't have their privacy settings on the right thing, so I don't actually get the notification. But thank you. Don't get ahead of your goal. Yep, yep. Sotenbori's finest, is it? Oh, that's not too bad. It's only $200. That's certainly an once every 6 months sort of meal. I hope he doesn't have any more of this sort of thing. I've noticed we haven't got any bots this stream either. Maybe they're all dead. Like the bugs they are. No random Russian names. Very nice. Gaysen. Ah. Gaysen. That's a bit rude, Mojima. Why are you acting like you don't know, mate? You spent so much time getting soft toys for a child once. Why are you acting like this, Majima? Oh, it's right next door. Convenient. Yes, but last time you told me not to rush. You bloody well started making fun of me for being slow. So, make up your mind or shut your trap. You crazy bird.
このボタンで中のクレーンを操作してな。ぬいぐるみを穴まで運んだらもらえるね。
こんなんが1回100円やと？あ、ほらし。どうせそう簡単には取れへんようになっとるんやろ。
It's actually a good point. You're more likely to spend more money or less money. No, you're always going to spend more money than they're worth. Very interesting though, seeing the sort of crane games that exist in Japan. I almost wish some of them existed in Australia. Ah, she's got you by the balls here, mate. She's holding on to your family jewels, hasn't she? This isn't going to work the first time, but we can always try. Never mind. Bloody UFO catcher master over here. Praise my name, for I am greater than all when it comes to pointless, overpriced little crane games. Yes, I know the crane style. Aww. Oh, that was an awful part.
労さん、ありがとう。
Not a problem, lass.
ま、ざっとこんなもんや。あ、それで牧村藩のことなんや
I
け
need
ど
some bloody food while they're doing this.
このようなところで立ち話すんの？
Yeah. All complaints, aren't you, lass?
オナってよか
I'm gonna go very stoic for a while I post on Twitter for a bit.
ほな、
I'll have the kamikaze next time. Sorry, I was looking at cocktails.
あんだけ食った後でよう踊る気になるな
Ah, mate.
実はさっきで
Clearly, you haven't met a uni student.
うちな、一度でええからビップルームに入ってみたいって思ってて。
いつの間に予約しとったんや人の金を思って好き勝手してくれるな
文句言わんの。連れてってくれたらそこで誠さんのこと話してあげるから。
ほんまかまあそう言われたら断れんなほら行こうか
Disco. Interesting, though. Going to the disco, are we? Fabulous. Let me just share this so I can say footloose. Because that is my life. Footloose. Footloose. Ah, it's been a while since I've listened to Footloose. Should we have listened to it recently? Footloose. Fun song. Anyone here loving those old sort of songs? Footloose and the like? Well, this goes in Shofukucho. Shofukucho.
はよ行こう。
Yes, yes, let's go. Run!
そんな急がんといて。
Yeah, bite me, lass.
五郎さん。
Oh, there's a bloody fight in the middle of the bridge. Cheeky sods. Oh, well, we've got bloody... Look at this man in his red tracksuit. Nice colour, like the red. Very nice. Almost looks velvety. But otherwise, you look like some sort of demonization of Kill Bill's main character. So... Or... What's his name? The, Why have I forgotten that famous martial arts action star? It's on the tip of my tongue. What's his name? You know, Rise of the Dragon or whatever his name is. He died on set because he got shot by a gun. Wasn't he shot by a gun? You know the one I'm talking about. Nunchucks and all. Bruce Lee. Looks like a budget Bruce Lee. With ears so large you could probably catch wind and fly away. Mm-hmm. Is this a dance-off? Are we gonna watch a dance-off? Is this some dance gang? Oh, bloody hell. Who are you? If you're here, that means this is a new fighting style. Are we doing breakdancing as our new fighting style? Are we literally gonna break down our opponents? Gonna break it down. Make our opponents put loose, literally. Arsenal Constitutional, taking the city. You seem troubled. I see. Fisticuffs, eh? Ah, classic. I still call fights fisticuffs for some reason. Practitioner of the new breaking dance. Oh! It's a pun. Wonderful. I guess Slugger was a pun too. Dance to assert dominance. Certainly can think of more violent ways to do it. Though some people's dancing is still I would say some people's dancing is considered violent, especially if you're ballroom dancing with a particularly too left-footed kind of person. You could practically charge them for assault. Couldn't walk for 2 weeks. Come on, eh? Classic breakdancing. I really like that, did you, mate? I can't believe we're doing this. Stylish! Practical, not so much, but only Majima, I suppose. Let's see how this goes, eh?
Yeah.
Eidashi screw. The boy in the red frock, eh? Frock. Wow. It's been a while since I've heard frock. People don't say frock as much these days. Why do I sound like I'm saying it like some sort of naughty word? Frock. Ali Jassim. Hello, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too, mate. How are you doing? It's good to see a new name. We're here learning the ways of the breaking dance. Doing well, thanks. That's great. It's always good to see a new name. It's always good to have a new fighting style. Played this game before? Got any rules I need to follow? Well, treat others as you'd like to be treated, I suppose. I haven't actually made any official rules, but the normal ones I'd say apply. I really do need to write some rules, don't I? Thank you for reminding me, Ali. But I'm okay with you mentioning others or other streamers or the like. We're just here for a conversation. I'm not that fancy and official. I'm 2 cocktails down by this time, so I'm fairly up for anything. Bring any fun poison? Oh, don't be a jerk. Pretty simple. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You're welcome. The only thing, one rule that I always must want you to abide by is you always have to ask about the drink that's in the top corner, so I can gush about my latest creation. You don't have to, but if you're a fan of cocktails, I'll always have a cocktail or a drink each stream, and it'll be up in the top corner. If you want to ask about it, it's there. I'm thinking of doing another cocktail-based stream actually soon, but other than that, let us continue this breaking dance. What's that drink? Well, let me tell you. This is well, it's not quite a well, I think it's from the 80s or so. It's a New York sour. A sour is, most base spirits have a sour version. There's gin sours, whiskey sours, tequila sours, and the like. They're usually a base alcohol, some simple syrup, and either lemon, lime, or both. Then they can have an egg, which causes that foam at the top. Can't drink, my religion doesn't allow it. I understand. When I was younger, actually, before I finished talking about the drink, I used to be in the Salvation Army when I was younger, and I couldn't drink in the Salvation Army either. I'm not in the Salvation Army anymore, so I can drink now, but my parents, bless their hearts, still very, my mother and father, even as old as they are still determined not to drink. My father hasn't drunk since he's 20, and he's well over 90 now. He's well into his old age these days. But yes, I understand. It took me a long time to drink because of that. But yes, it's a New York sour. So it's a whiskey sour, so whiskey, lemon in this case, an egg white, and shaken. And you get a sort of shaken look, and that gives you that nice froth. And then at the end of it, you get some red wine, and float it on top. He hasn't drank in 70 years. God, that's a long time. Yes, he had 1 beer. 1 beer. He's only ever drunk 1 beer in his life. It's amazing, isn't it? And I don't see him ever breaking that rule. He spent too many years helping people to fight their alcohol addictions to ever drink. None of his children followed in his footsteps. But the man... he's certainly impressive in some ways. Because his main job was helping people with their addictions with alcohol and drugs, so... And part of the Salvation Army is you're not allowed to drink or at all. Other religions, you're allowed to drink, just not get drunk. That's why there's so many drunk priest archetypes in stories. Fun fact. But yes, the New York Sir. I've been testing some techniques this time, and I was able to float the wine on top of the drink quite well this time. And it gives this nice three-layered look. And it actually makes wine much more bearable. You play the X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition? Wow, that's a mouthful of a name. No, I haven't. I can't say I've played that game. No. Playing Koi. Much more. You know, I've not really played any X-Men games. It's an awesome game. I'll write it down, actually. People always suggest these games, and I forget them. So give me a moment, I'll write it down. I'll put it on my phone that I'm using as a camera. X-Men Origins. X-Men. I've watched X-Men movies, and I've always been curious about that Deadpool game, though I'm under the impression it's not sold anymore, is it? Origins. Also, no spoilers. Don't worry. Read. It's fine. We're all good people here. Read. Uncaged. Interesting. It's not a game I've heard of either. You need to get a physical copy. Ah. Well, I have a PlayStation 3 under my desk right now, the desk I use in my office that I stream with, and I've got an Elgato, so if it's on the PlayStation 3, I can probably find a version of it. Don't you worry. I do like those older games. I've played a lot of old games recently. Good, don't you worry. It'll be good to have something. But I don't know how long it'll take to play this game, though. Maybe I'll intersperse some other games in there. Ravenous, even, eh?
Yeah.
Ah, it's like a hawk. Yes. Mm-hmm. We found an easy and shady place that scanned before. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but at least you're happy. Ashby Park. Okay, drop by when we have time. Off we go. I'm a fast reader, so if you can't read the subtitles, I apologize. I've read a lot in my life, so I'm really good at reading subtitles quickly. Both. Suppose you found the silver lining, mate. That's all we can ask for. Time to emulate Footloose at the disco. Yes, don't be insecure. Yes, and when I'm slow, you start arguing that I'm moving too slowly. Mr. Club. Ooh. Wow. You know, clubs look good these days, but I've never been much of a clubber, even in my younger years. There you go. Barring is so fun. Well, the more you talk it up, the more I'm excited. I'm curious to see what this Maharaja is going to do for us. This ancient text from India. Oh wow, they're really going at it. That man's in a full three-piece suit and dancing on the dance floor. Guess some things never change.
なんかめっちゃセレブって感じするわ。
言うても2人で来たってしゃあないやろうが、こないなとこは もっと大人数でシャンパン開けてパーッと楽しむ。
Do you have Twitch? I have a Twitch. I've never used it though. I've been thinking about experimenting on Twitch recently, but mostly I'm on YouTube. One of those unusual YouTube-only streamers. I have a Twitch. It's sitting there waiting to be used. I believe it's Eric of Winters. I should probably attach it to this YouTube account. It has nothing on it though. But yeah, Eric of Winters, like the same as my Twitter, I believe. I'll get around to figuring it out. I might post it in the comments of this if I can find it. Give me a moment. Maybe I'll jump to it. It's going to be a bit laggy now because of the changing out. It's going to freeze for a moment. Twitch. Oh yes, I logged out all of my accounts. That's really quite annoying. Oh, Twitch's autoplay. It's a cool secret exploit. It's pretty sick. Oh, interesting. I'll get back to it. Can't be distracted from the video game. Oh wow, it didn't turn it off though. Got many friends.
そうなんか？それは意外やな。
Well, that's rude, Majima.
親と喧嘩して家出するような不良娘と仲良して止めてくれる子はめったにおらんし、おってもその子の親に追い返されるし。
Wow, lass.
知り合うた子とかもおるけど、
This is some heavy stuff you've given to me
ちゃうし。
when we've only just met.
なく街で男捕まえてホテル泊まったりするけど、やっぱり危ないことの方が多いし。
Good God. This has suddenly got a hell of a lot heavier than I was expecting.
そんなに力ない子か。夜の街で妙なやつに。
I wasn't needing this sort of emotional baggage. I was just trying to learn about my
せやけど
adversary.
中には危ない客もおるやろが。
せやからそのような人に会った時は
Who starts a conversation in a club like this?
連絡入れんねん。そしたら
You're about to sour the alcohol, mate.
ああ、そういえばさっきもそないなことを言うとったな。牧村っちゅうんはそない喧嘩が強いんか。
Good in a fight.
強いなんてもんやないって。筋肉もりもりで背もめっちゃ高いし、大抵の人はカッコ見ただけで
Pretty unusual for a guy called Makoto. Huh.
ほう、そらごっついの。
あ、うち踊ってくる。
なんや、ビップルームはもうええんか？
ディスコに来たらやっぱり踊らな損やろ。うちお酒飲めへんし。
Fair enough. Get drunk on the atmosphere instead. Fun girl.
そういうとがまだまだやな。
Let's do some dancing, eh, Majima?
ちょっと話してえな。
やっと見つけたで。自分の出入りしそうなとこ片っ端から張ってたらいつか会えると思って。
Clubs always have this sort of thing, don't they?
何？うちに一体何の用や？
とぼけても無駄やで。この前の礼させてもらおう思てな。
Did you now?
俺に散々怒らせた挙句、そろそろホテルに行く頃やっちゅう時にごっつい男。
Isn't this fellow a wonderful and unthreatening member of society?
あんたが悪いんやろ。うち見たんやで。あんたが飲み物に睡眠薬混ぜてたの。
Ah, the classic roofie strategy. Glad to see it's alive and well in the 80s.
なんや、今日はこの前の男はおらんのか。おらんのやったら読んでもかまへんで。
Oh, did you now?
こっちも人連れてきとるからな。
あんた最低やな。
なんとでも言え。
Good, he's got thick skin. I hope it's thick too, because if not, you're about to have some footloose.
この天の思いなんか
Footloose. Kick off those dancing shoes.
何勘違いしてる。俺はそない女のことなんて全然
なんやと。
Nanyato. Very threatening.
ディスコ言うたら踊る場所やろ。
Ah, it's time to use the dancing, eh,
ダン
mates?
スでええとこ
You
見せたら
excited
今から俺が
to do some Saturday Night Fever?
そこどいて場所開けや。
Give me fever.
も大概にしとけや。
That old jazz song, Fever.
そない踊りたいんやったら踊らしたるわ。ただし
Used to play that in trumpet,
サン
actually.
ドバッグとしてな。
Circus missing its clown. Good one, mate. I'll give you that to you.
表出ろや。
Nah, mate. We'll do it right on the dance floor. It'd be much cooler if we did. Alright, okay. At least he seems to have some social awareness. Shocking, really.
いてもうたる。
In what? In praise for my sick dance moves? Why are they always menacing men? Breaker style. Yoo-hoo! Trigger attack to be followed by a combo finish it. Woo! Good God, mate. You're flying all over the shop. Absolutely fabulous. Look at this fella. What style, what grace. What a fabulous foot in his face. I felt like I had to rhyme.
すごい。めっちゃイカす。
ま、ざっとこんなもんや。だけど
C'est la vie.
男を出しにして金稼ぐのほどほどにしときや。今たまたま俺がおったけど、いつでも例の牧村藩を呼べるとは限らんやろ。
言うても誠さん、いつもすぐ近くにおるからな。
そうなの？
誠さんな、普段整体師やってはるの。
Oh, a chiropractor.
南にある
Interesting.
ほんまか？そしたらそこ行ったら本人に会えるやろか。
多分な。
She doesn't know what she has done. Do not hate the child. So, we done with that? No, we're not. Mate, you're killing me. My bladder is about to burst if you're not careful.
あこちゃん、今日は大きにな。ほんまに助かったわ。ほな、こっから先は本人に取材
Hair
して。
message, love song.
あ、うちが言うたってこと内緒にしてな。五郎さんええ人やから特別に教えたけど、
Yes,
ほんまは誠さんの
indeed.
こと内緒なんやから。
Top secret. It's not secret when more than one person knows. We all know the story of the king of the donkey ears.
わかった。
If even one person finds out about it,
ほんま信頼しとるんやな、牧村藩のことを。
そらそうやん。あの
そら、さすがに褒めすぎとちゃうか。女に優しゅうするのも案外下心あってのことかもしれへんやないか。
そんなん絶対ないって。蒼天堀には誠さんに救われたってこうめっちゃ
that's what you can do with origin conjugation. Wow, fabulous. Seems impressively violent. At least they're more honest about their violence in that game than this one. They're always saying, oh, Kiryu hasn't killed a man. Majima hasn't killed a man. I'm almost certain when I beat someone unconscious with a bat that they're going to be dead in about a few hours if they're not treated. Sometimes it's nice and refreshing when games are honest about their violence. But you seem to be loving this game. They seem to be its greatest fan. But I mean to run off to the toilet after we start talking for here and grab a snack. Haven't eaten in a while.
でもただ一つだけ誠さんから頼まれてることがあんねん。
What is that?
頼まれてること？
Tunnel.
もしお客さんの中でコウモリの入れ墨をした男の人を見たらすぐに教えてくれって。
A bat. You mean a bat is in the animal, or a bat is in the object? Because that would be a very different thing.
うちも詳しく
Kiryu never killed a man. I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't kill anyone.
ずっとその人を探してるみたい。
That's true. Apparently he hasn't. It's amazing, isn't it?
頼まれることなんてそれぐらい
Bloody
しかないから。
news to me, that's for sure.
みんな協力して探
I'm
して
pretty sure I just shot a man at one point.
うん。 それで
Didn't count, I guess.
入れ墨しとる言ったらくっついてきたんか。
Didn't kill a man at all. In the eyes of the law, he has never been charged, so he has never killed a man.
ここを探してるか。
あ、あかん。そろそろ次の人と待ち合わせの時間や。
次やとまだ遊ぶんか。
Partying away.
バイバ
The young have energy, don't they? I couldn't last more than one party. I can last half a party in Irish exit if I'm not careful.
気が向いたらな。
Goodness. The young have so much energy. Perhaps Sagawa was lying to you. He is trying to get you to kill a man. It's best to paint them in a unsavory light to make it easier for someone. As Goro hasn't killed yet. Too bad. Well, we'll get to that. Go to the massage place. You'll have to excuse me a moment. I need to visit the porcelain throne. I've got a little sign for it. I need to put it in a place where it can be seen. There we are. Visiting the porcelain throne. I'll be back in a moment. Hello, I'm back. Should make a hotkey for that. But yes, sorry, I took a bit longer than I expected. I grabbed some snacks. I have this beautiful sausage from a butcher nearby. It's like a cabanossi. Grabbed a bit of it. It's very delicious. It's like a none nearby. My sister brought it to me. So she has a butcher near her. That's quite nice. It's delicious. Feeling a bit hungry. That's why I grabbed it. So if I chew a bit loud, I am sorry. I also managed to get this in a better position. Hello. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Turn back the full screen on. Finally, it's decided to not do full screen. Yes. Yes, I want to keep these settings. Absolutely delicious. Also grabbed a bag of Doritos. A half bag of Doritos that was left in my cupboard. Time for ultimate game suggestion.
Hi.
Oh. Petite youth. Weird way of referring to it. Do apologize for the crackling in this case. Listen to that. Dorito packets ASMR.
Ah.
Mr. Red Bruce Lee's come back with his breakdancing powers. Boom, son, I felt that. You're calling me son. Mate, you need your eyes checked. That or you're some sort of immortal vampire from the early 20th century. Sick, yo. Those moves got me seriously bucking. I thought I'd seen the best Sotenbori had to offer, but your skills are so to the curb. I'm almost certain to the curb is not used correctly in that sentence, but maybe I'm just out of touch. Prototype 1 and 2 in the infamous series. Ben 10, Alien Force, Vigilante Attacks, and Ben 10, Ultimate Alien Cosmic Destruction. Good God, Ben 10 seems to turn up in that list a lot. Prototype 1 and 2. Okay, I'm done. No more things to suggest. Oh, it's good you're enthusiastic about suggesting things. Speaking of Prototype 1 and 2, I have played those games before, but that was a long time ago and I only played parts of them. So I may get around to playing them again. I haven't played any of the Infamous series, actually. I've heard a lot about it. I have heard a lot about it. I do remember it actually when it came out. I had a big advertisement at the Game Center. Wow. The Games Boutique. Otherwise known as EB Games. Near me. So, I know it's quite popular. But I can't say I've seen much about it. So, it's on my list, that's for sure. But thank you. It's always nice to have a list. Work down it. Petite youth. I wouldn't describe him as petite, but put it on the list. A shout out from God, eh? A lot of this wording and use of words seems a bit more modern than the 80s when this is based. Go join my crew, we need you. I should have got some water. Ah well.
See ya.
Eideshi crew. If you joined up, we'd be kings of Sotenbori, no question. Oh wait, I lied. There's one more. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Awesome game. Ah! I have played the beginning of that game at my nephew's house. I haven't played it all, though. And I thank you. No need to be welcome. I thank you. Take over this town, Japan, then the whole world. Feel me? Do I? I'd rather not feel you. I feel like that's some... With a name like Petite Gentleman, I feel like there's some sort of crime if I feel you. Oh, goodness. The wittiness is flowing tonight. A lot of folks come to Sotobury. Entertainment bigwigs gotta be in the mix. One of those big cats, eh?
Yeah.
This guy's acting like dancing's life and death for him. Goodness. We had to finish up soon now. I did want to go for a bit longer, but 2 hours may be my limit, so once we get past... It is quite late here in Australia. Crash another cruise in Osaka. Sick new moves. Can you get those on the ability? Oh, so he's our trainer. Got it. Love to see an experiment, I suppose. Majima. Okay. Let's go find him. First we gotta buy stocks in ourselves. Abilities. Breaker. Buying stocks. And now main man Majima. Phantom turn. Hold L and a moving direction, then press X. Got it. Ding, ding, ding. White Tiger Gorge. Dum, dum, dum. Now I have a PS3 and PS4 in my collection will grow more and more by the day. I have a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 3, and a PlayStation 4. Oh, and a PlayStation 5 too! Yes! That's right, I've got one of the fabled PlayStation 5s, and I didn't even pay above market price. I got it from a proper store at proper market price. No scalpers taking my bloody money. I have an Xbox, original Xbox, but unfortunately it doesn't work anymore. I have an Xbox 360. Xbox One, the original one. But I don't have any more after that. A fun collecting the machines, though. I played those games a lot with my nieces and nephews, so I always kept the machine of the day in my house, so when they visited, they were able to play some games and escape from my sister, their parent. PlayStation guy, shit. Yes, I used to be an Xbox fella. I started on Xbox, but then my nieces and nephews moved to PlayStation, so I did too. But I still say I probably played the most of Halo Reach back in the day with my nieces and nephews. They loved playing Halo Reach. Me, I was more of a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 sort of fella. But Halo's a good series. And personal preference. Never really got much into the GameCube and the SNES or any of the Nintendo properties, unfortunately. Very strange, too. In that case, my suggestions are endless. Don't worry, I've got a lot of old PlayStation games to get through. A while back, there's a stream I did on my channel called the PlayStation 1 and 2 Bonanza, where I played a lot of the games that I just have lying around. I didn't play much of them. It was just trying to blast through as many as I could. So, if you're interested in that sort of thing, that might be a fun VOD to watch. I had a lot of fun playing old Vigilante 8 on the PlayStation 1. Because I have some bizarre games. Because my house has become the storage for a lot of my family's stuff they couldn't store anywhere else. So when my nieces and nephews couldn't keep the consoles, I took them off their hands. It also allowed me to help them financially without them feeling too bad about it. So I've got a fair few games sitting around. That looks kind of fun. Stocking, bloody. This guy is certainly expensive. Azure Dragon Spirit. Okay. Master the Bat. Miracle. Perform a genuine miracle. Ah. Right. Oh. Spider-Man 1 and 2 appears. Wow. A lot of Spider-Mans. I've not actually played many of the Spider-Man games. Family weren't much Spider-Man fans, is there? I've recently been trying to watch his movies too. I realise I'm just sitting here eating food. I apologise for anyone else. But a man's gotta eat. Now. Where did this trainer say he would be? There he is. It's way too much Spider-Man for one person. Goodness. I don't think I'll be playing Spider-Man till the day I turn to dust. Yahoo! 2-2. You should, they're very good games. I've been curious about the most recent Spider-Man game, actually. Is that game any good? The most recent one? Have you played it? Yes, I should think about it. I do need to put more variety than sometimes in my streams, so I won't be able to get to all of them, but I'll try. Futomi Asakura. Asakura. Why do they all seem to be wearing so little clothes? Really, who are these people? They're clearly real people. Oh, another one. Goodness, they're everywhere. Hibiki Otsuki. Wow, this person's wearing a normal outfit. How bizarre. Wow! There's 3 of them and they look exactly the same. All look like budget Bruce Lees who are about to take off using their ears.
Huh? Ah.
Universals and big spiders. Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales are pretty good, go for it. But Miles Morales should have been DLC. Alright, sure. I honestly forgot Miles Morales existed. I forgot that there was another game after the Spider-Man game that I was referring to, which is the one that was on PS4, you know. That blew everyone's minds and was talked about for years and years. Years and years, I say. It's not that old. Real fight. Intense to leave the door opens. Letting flies in. Yeah, let's hope it's not letting spiders in. And then cats. Spiders, then frogs, then cats, then horses, then cows. If you know the old nursery rhyme. To swallow the spider, she swallowed a fly. To swallow a fly, she swallowed a spider. To swallow the spider, she swallowed a frog or something. Serious. Breaker battles. To Iwado Bridge, eh? Let's learn some new breaker moves. Damn. My god, my suggestions are endless. Sometimes you don't really know how much you know until you start talking. That's right. Whoa, good to God. Turned into a post. That was just a kick, mate. That wasn't a dance. Down we go. This is a fun fighting style. Ow. I was trying to get out of that. That wouldn't let me go anywhere. Should be fun, those are good games. Oh wow, what's this one? Fabulous, did we do well enough?
Foot.
Yo.
Ben 10 Power Trip on PS4. Good God, you like these Ben 10 games, don't you? Can't say I've watched much Ben 10. It was past the era of my nieces and nephews, you see.
Huh?
Yes. Well, it's good to have a passion and a knowledge. So the suggestions are fun. I'll have to go have a look at them. Boom Zoxes, hot presses, heavy hot matches. Very fun. Essence of friendly fire. Let's do that. Sounds fun. Essence from friendly fire. Can be yours now if you gas your enemy. When the wind is in the wrong direction. The Germans in World War I certainly knew the essence of friendly fire. Yes, I like Ben 10. I can't say I've had much experience with Ben 10, you know? It's one of those things that's just passed out of my head. Don't watch many Saturday morning cartoons of this era. Bodacious pose. I only mentioned 3 Ben 10 games. I mentioned 1 billion Spider-Man games. Yes, but Spider-Man is more normal than Ben 10. So, it stands out less to mention Spider-Man. A billion or a trillion, Spider-Man is ordinary. Ben 10 is certainly the outlier, so I was more surprised by it, I suppose. So it stuck in my mind better. Ah, I see. So this is a proper trading. Hey, dancing! Oh, goodness. Real cracker of the family jewels that one was. Oh. Ooh. On. Do I have to use them in performance, or can I just learn them like this? Training, please. Okay, fair enough. Yes. Yep, I should go back to this. I was laughing while looking terribly sad. See how this goes. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. But this will hopefully put somebody on the ground. Goodness, this is going to be a lot tougher to actually do than I thought it was going to be. Because I've got this doubly bloody friendly fire one. Apparently I was doing it. Training, of course. We'll finish up with a dashed pirouette. Look radical. Radical pool. Calabunga, dude. Isn't that how the Ninja Turtles speak? Press. Why have they got knives? This seems a bit strange for training. Oh, I see. Not what I meant to do. Please, just let me run and punch. I don't want to keep doing this damn move. Absolutely nailed him, mate. The flying fists of fury. Yeah, take that alliteration, mate. Because it was literally destroy you. Goodness, the puns are even worse. Very funny. Magical. Well, let's go find a save station, shall we? That's the nearest one. Oh, there was. One more fight. Let's go. Let's give him a bit of a spicy knife. Hey. Feel the spiciness of this knife, mate. And eat the curb. Sure my shoe tastes nice. It's made of the best leather. Probably tastes a bit like, jerky. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you better have learned your bloody lesson, mate. Look at this tough fella. Oh yes, the save point. Just the future. That's right. I forgot. Mr. Future Boy and his bag. But as always, such is the end of this. I think that'll do for tonight. Only 2 hours, I know. I'd usually go for 3. Well, I usually go for 2, but I've been going for 3 recently. Yes, yes, me. Very dramatic. Let's freeze that up. Head to the other screen, shall we? Ooh, another fun stream. A lot of new names this time. And a lot of new names who talked. I enjoy that. I even got a subscriber with a little notification. I felt so official when I was able to do that. I felt so official when somebody's name came up and I was like, oh, thank you for subscribing. It's very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I felt like some real sort of streamer, eh? But yes. Other than that, how we all enjoy ourselves. Have a fun time? Well, good, nice talking to you. No problem. Thank you for watching. You made good conversation, Ali. And I hope to see you again. It's always nice to have some new names around the place. But other than that, this week, I'm not too sure what will be coming up this week. I can't say I've particularly been thinking about it. Can't wait to see you in the 5 years still playing the games I suggested all those years ago. Good God. I'll die of old age before I finish half of them. But yes, this week, I'm not too sure. I can't just do more Yakuza. It'd be a bit much if I did another 3 streams of Yakuza. So I think I make my... maybe make one of my nighttime streams, this timing stream, a different thing. I might make the Wednesday day Yakuza. But you'll see tomorrow when I post the schedule on my Twitter. By the way, it's on my Twitter if you want to find my schedule, everyone. And I'll have to say the whole spiel. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe, as always. I don't know why I'm saying this like I'm some proper YouTuber. But, as I always end, good night, sweet dreams. And... don't let the breakdancers bite. Otherwise you'll get dancing fever. And die of exhaustion. Real thing, look it up. Back in the 1500s. Other than that... nighty night. It's been good. Thank you for watching. Here's a bit of a pat. Pat. There you go, chat. There's a bit of a pat for you. But it's been good. Nighty night. I don't know why I keep saying this like I'm ending a phone conversation. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Goodbye. Goodbye. I gotta shut up. Au revoir.